Hi there, this is Mike Shoemake, and we're going to go over some ways to actually take advantage of this Twitter account that you've just created. Um, what you see now is a Twitter account that I've created a while back for North Carolina Virtual Schools, and you can see that my username is shoe_ncvps, and you can see that I've got quite a few tweets out already. What we're going to focus on is we're going to create a widget that you can use in your class, and here's what that widget's going to look like. You can see that I'm logging into Blackboard, which is what North Carolina Virtual is using for the moment. And what I've got is a very professional looking Twitter widget right here at the top of my announcements. Fantastic. Here's how it's done. We go to our Twitter page and we go to the bottom right where it says widgets. Now we want a widget, we don't want a button, so we're going to click on widgets. The buttons are more for people who are creating websites and blogs. I'm going to click on my website, and then we're going to take a look at, today we're going to look at two different kinds, profile widgets and search widgets. Profile widget is a widget that shares out everything from your particular profile, or any particular profile for that matter. A search widget is a widget that puts out anything that hits on a hashtag or a search term that you define for that search widget. So let's click on profile widget, and it's going to share this profile, which is my profile, which is exactly what I want. So then I'm going to go to preferences. I do want to include a scroll bar because I want students to have access to all the tweets on the widget, and I do want it to load all the tweets. I'm going to tell it to do a little bit more than 5. I want to go to, say, 15 tweets, and we're not going to worry about showing the avatars because it's just one avatar. It's just my account is the only thing we're going to share out here. Last thing, we're going to finish and grab the code. So I'm going to hit Control-C or right-click and hit copy. And then when we go to Blackboard, the way you enter this is using Firefox. You hit Control Panel, Announcements, you add an announcement, and I'm just going to call this test. Another thing you can do is hit text and then tell people to text follow shoe_ncvps to 40404, which, as you know, will get these tweets out to student cell phones. Next, you hit this button. This is the most important part of the process. This little button tells the computer to read the code and execute it, rather than just putting letter for letter what you've entered out there. Next, I'm going to right-click and hit paste on the code that we've just gotten. Well, there's one more thing I need to go over. We went through preferences. We didn't do appearance. Appearance covers the colors so that it looks like this. And you can change any of those colors you like, but I suggest leaving it the same. And then dimensions. Make sure that you use auto width so that it works for different computers and computer monitors. And height, you can make it as tall as you want. Then I'm going to re-grab that code and make sure I have it right. I'm going to go back to Blackboard, and I'm going to hit Control-V again so that I get my updated code. Hit enter, and there it is. That's what it's going to look like in the course. Now, this is the one that was up there. This is the one that we just created. This is an active course, though, so I'm going to go ahead and remove it so it's not confusing my students. Now, for Moodle, very easy. We're just going to turn on editing. We're going to add compose a web page. We're going to call this number 6 widget example. I spelled widget wrong. I'm not going to worry about a summary. I'm just going to go to compose web page. I'm going to hit the same button we did last time, and I'm just going to hit Control-V or paste, entering the same code we did. Last thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go up to the top. I'm going to hit enter. And that should give us this as our widget example. So now you know how to embed it in both Blackboard and Moodle, depending on whichever LMS you're using. That's how you get the embed code, and that's how it works. My name is Mike Shoemake. I hope that's been helpful. This has been a 5-minute lesson.